Yes, look, right in the cooking with the sexiest man in Scottish football. Scotland's here as well.
By the way. No, he is. I know I feel a wee bit. I've got a complex.
The gorgeous man.
He is.
That's why
I've just shown off for that hair, man.
That's why
I used to feel like that when I was, I don't know, 14, 15. 15. No, he is. He's cool looking. What was he doing sitting on the bench? In that championship?
Only Scottish football, mate.
I have a word. Hey, I know. I mean, Dick was actually my manager for a few...
Was he?
Aye. It was about a few months, aye. Get a grip, Dick.
Love it.
Come on.
Get a grip
You
of
and
that.
Pink, where are you? Come on.
Love to get a grip of that, Dick.
Easy.
By the way, told us Dick Campbell's getting the transplant in the summer. Scotty told us off camera.
What? He
Getting
said
the
his teeth done, didn't he?
Come on.
You can go to the teeth done. Aye, he's a strange character, Dick, at times, but I know the ability he's got. Who's playing in front of you? I know I don't want to put you in. I sure don't want to put you in his pot. Is it a wee bit route one? I would imagine.
I think. See, as a team, I think that they've had a lot of success playing the way they've played over the years, and I came to a stage of the season where it's at all costs, isn't it? Just to stay in the league, and it's worked. You know what I mean? The boys that have come in worked really hard and fought for results in the last couple of weeks. That's Queen's Park, and on Friday we played.
What about the old Ackies? The old Ackies.
Beat somebody Friday.
The old Ackies. Great result for Ackies. During the week, 2-1.
Ayr United, sorry.
I'm just trying to give him a bit of time to think here.
Ayr United.
Come on.
Ackies are flying though, aren't they?
Well, but was it 7 against Dundee last week? And I was like, oh, no, but that was a big result for them, wasn't it?
They won the cup and then during the week.
Aye, so it was.
Who do you think will go down in that league? Cove are down, aren't they?
Cove, on a slippery slope, but no, it's between obviously Arbroath and Ackies. So.
And who you will come on and put your cards on?
I'm cards. I know where are you going?
In the Grosvenor Casino, what a place, mate. You been in here?
Have you? Aye.
Never, no.
Never been in, mate?
No, I'm not a casino guy.
After a night out, get yourself in here. Nothing better, eh? Slaney's not here today.
I wear it off, by the way. What a man.
Had a breakdown or a breakout.
A breakdown with that
breakout. I wasn't sure when he said through the tears, he was saying something to her.
Fair play to him. I was just saying to him when I come in. He flew past me, was walking up the road past Kelvin Hall, and he just flew past me on that wee scooter. No, I didn't even see me, I was like whistling on him. And then you could see people going like that, what's that? It was either he's driving, which he was going 100 mile an hour, taking your motors and all that in and out, or else they were going, oh, that's Paul Slane, that's Slaney and all that. But he was just flying up, mad ginger that he is.
Mad ginger, he started remember Happy slapping? He brought that back, he's going about slapping people.
Right.
He's going to slap your ass when he went by.
He can slap it in the once.
We better hurry up. Like we said, Grosvenor, new offer for Grosvenor Sport this weekend for the big game.
Oh, the big game.
Huge match when you Celtic Rangers Saturday. Grosvenor Sport are giving you a free £1 belt in the game for new customers. You can watch Saturday's game live here on the big screen and get food and drink available at the Heart of City Centre. Have you had £1 to bet on any in the game, what would it be? I'm in a better place than I was last week in terms of a couple of results that have happened this week. I sat down Sunday night, watched Napoli, Milan.
I watched that as well.
I sat down plays in Italy, fuck's sake, you didn't watch every game.
Aye, you do. And I thought, the reason being, to watch Napoli, I thought they're a great watch. Milan absolutely battered them 4-0. And then
you don't watch that?
When was it, Sunday night?
Sunday night.
Sunday night's that's my day away for.
It'll be a bit different this Sunday night because it'll be the Masters and that, and the red wine will be flowing. So I like that, the Sunday night. But I expected Napoli. I was just going, I wanted to sit down and watch them because they're brilliant to watch. Milan totally destroyed them.
What was it, Inter Milan?
Aye.
AC,
sorry.
AC, was it, right?
Aye.
Who's your top man for AC now? Didn't really follow that.
Tonali, who played midfield, was excellent.
Who's the guy that came on, the weird guy?
Brahim Gattuso. Brahim, the boy, it was...
there was another boy
Man
come
City.
on. You would have loved him. He was unbelievable. Aye, their names you can't.
Can you see the boy from Napoli's name? The boy on the left?
No, I just the Georgian boy. The Georgian boy. Aye.
Have you not seen him?
No, I didn't really watch Italian football, eh?
He's different class.
Top dog.
Where did you watch that on?
BT.
Was it on BT?
All the time, aye. And then last night, did you watch the game last night? El Clasico.
No, I missed it.
You know, Barcelona won that. Hang me. It was a couple of weeks ago.
4-0.
Real Madrid absolutely battered them. So that's how I've got a wee bit of hope. And that's how I was going to, I think maybe Rangers could. I know.
Right, so just because of that, you think
because
Rangers
of the way the week's panned out, and I know people go, it's crazy, but you always, as a
so
Rangers
I take it you were steaming last night. Take it you had a few beers watching it.
Can you see how you're kind of fishing, you're looking for a wee bit of hope somewhere? So there it is. Even big. Did you see the article with Big Goffey wrote during the week?
No, I never seen it.
Just giving his absolutely no chance.
Was he right?
Aye, just saying.
Big Dickie Goff.
Aye, I mean Goffey's normally kind of quite shrewd and and he picks his words pretty carefully, but no, he's just kind of dismissing us, which I was dead surprised about. But I've got a wee bit of hope, more hope this morning. I take a draw.
Do you get excited for these games, Scotty? The build up? Nah,
he's
chill.
Who's Arbroath got Saturday?
We've got Dundee.
3 o'clock kickoff.
That's your patch, innit?
Watching the way up.
What, in the motor?
Aye.
While you're driving?
It's not my drive.
Alright, that's fine then, mate. What, and you're just on the phone?
Drive. Aye, just on the phone. Aye.
Who's the car school? Give them a wee shout. Who's in it?
Scott Stewart.
Never heard of any of them. Mate. Let's just move on.
Dylan Tate. You must have
Dylan Tate's a good boy. Dylan Tate was good at Rafe. Played against me at Rafe. Couldn't get the ball off me, but he was a good player. He done alright. He's at Hibs as well, isn't he?
He's at Hibs, aye. He's on loan.
So are you excited for it?
Aye.
Where are you going to watch it?
I don't know where I'm at in Saturday in regards to what game I'm going to. I've still to find out.
Not getting a game, mate. You're not getting a game.
If I don't get a game, I'll probably take a wee wander into some establishment, and watch it. Definitely. I'm not sitting in the house and watch
What establishment? Get yourself a free drink for it?
Well, there you go.
What one would you go
Well,
to?
I have a word with
Come Grosvenor?
I've come in here, aye. Come
Can
in
I
here in a
bring
minute.
Scottish boy,
That's
you're
just
not
beautiful in here, isn't it? That's just, but is this not a wee bit plush, too good for me? Is this a kind of
You need a den, don't you? You need a den.
I'm a wee bit more rough.
So where are you going in Glasgow to watch an old firm game?
I
don't know, it's near Denison, maybe.
Mate, you're not Leonard. In Denison?
Aye.
Well, would you go there?
Aye.
I'll come with you. There you go. We'll go watch it again.
Nah, you will not go in there.
I'll come in.
You're a Celtic legend there.
No, we'll go. That's embarrassing, that. Were you embarrassed for us? I was going to ask you, did you ever play in one of these, Scotty?
No, just watch for the stands.
Oh, but what, the 18th man?
Aye,
What game was
man. The cup final, the semi-final when Rangers won. Barry Mackay scored that.
Who ordered that you were cheering when you were in the stand? Barry Mackay scored. Was that? We got penalties that game, right?
Penalties, Rogic missed a pen mind.
That's right.
Ronnie Dyler.
Oh, Ronnie Dyler, right. Oh, that was kicked off after the semi.
Hibs won the final.
Did it not kick off in the dressing room?
No. That was a European game, mind. The Molde game.
Right. Not going
into that.
What about your favourite when you played in Cali?
I love them, every one of them, the build up, everything about it. Even when you get beat, you don't go out the door for the next week, you know that. But if you win, I mean, you don't come back to the house for the next week. I just loved everything.
Where would you usually go if you win? Straight in the town?
No, I would normally go back to Hamilton. Panama Jack. I used to love Panama Jacks, so I did. All the places. Sometimes I would kind of go to kind of the older man's pubs and all that. I prefer that rather than the kind of flashy places. That doesn't suit me.
You can't properly watch a game in a pub.
No.
But even after, I prefer that, just sitting and listening to some of the old guys pattern on that. I love all that. I'm just, but no.
That's what we're like with you. I prefer it.
The whole man.
Your pattern.
But it is, I loved everything about it.
What about, did you ever watch Barry play? Did you ever?
Aye.
What game can you remember?
Probably one of the worst ones was the 6-2 game, and it gets sent. I was in the Rangers end watching.
What, at Celtic Park? Mm-hmm. You were in the Rangers fans?
I was. But then what unfolded wasn't too good. That was because stupidly, and I take the full blame for this. After the game, when it was an Old Firm game, I would go and meet up with Barry. After the game, just have a couple of beers and just talk about the game or whatever. And we went to Bothwell Bridge Hotel, and then it was a walk for. The worst decision we made was to walk for the Bothwell Bridge Hotel down to the Cricklewood for a bite to eat, and then it all kicked off.
It's not even a walk.
It's about 400 yards or something, and that 400 yards.
It was Slane's at batter, do you want it? They were coming to the Celtic
his Davy's rucksack and all that. So he was
stopping me reading the rucksack. Let me smell that, you bastard.
But we're just daft boys. But we had.
So you used to end up rolling about with them?
Aye, it wasn't good. No, listen, it shouldn't make fun of that, but it was. We were just making our way down, and all the crap stories about Barry and his Rangers tracking and all that, absolute nonsense. But we went there because it's a quiet place.
The Bothwell Bridge was always quiet.
And a quiet place to go, and then just on the way down, it all kicked off. So it was all mayhem. But that's the worst part of it. I just loved everything about the build-up. I loved the kind of responsibility that when you're playing, that you can send all the punters home that are come to watch you and support you, send them home happy. And
Stop playing to the fans, mate.
No, but it's true, because that's the way I was brought up. The same with the Celtic boys. But then I was in a different era. But favourite is now Granty, Paul McStay. I mean, loved their club through and through. I'm good pals with him, certainly Paul and all that.
See, if you got beat with your dad, because was your dad Rangers fan?
Aye.
Would he be raging with you?
No, my dad never done that. My dad,
a good question.
It's because he never shouted. That's the one thing, and I've tried to do that with. You're probably doing that with your wee fella as well. I've never shouted at my boys. Spoke to them. That's it. When I knew I'd done well, I've told you this, there was silence. That's the way it was. But when I had maybe no played so well, and there was things I had done better, I was just kind of pointed in the right direction with my dad, getting him in the motor.
Right.
So it was.
So I was in the motor.
You said about him to me.
Wait till you get in the motor.
Ah, yeah.
His wee boy was doing keep you up upstairs and he dropped it and he went off his fucking nut.
But no, but the thing is, it's like you listen to everybody. So of course I listen to my dad. I listen to everybody.
Was your dad same you, Scotty?
Aye, my dad was dead.
I had met him before. He's on it with the football, isn't he?
Aye, when you get him going, but he was relaxed.
Did your dad play?
No.
He's got a good idea of the game too.
Well,
but he played. He
played coming through, but no at top level. But all the things that were, as I got older, were kind of noticed in my game from managers and coaches that weren't there. My dad had taught me to work them at 13, 14, 15. Yeah. Because when you're coming through and if you're highly rated, I genuinely thought I'd just get by just putting a through ball through every couple of seconds.
It's just not bad.
But if I took that on board earlier, then you wouldn't be sitting on the bench a lot of the time during your career, because you maybe don't look the guy that can maybe trust in that sort of game.
Yeah. Just quickly before we start, you said about the one you didn't like with Barry you watched. Was there any you did enjoy when you were in the crowd?
Only one I won. Oh, in the crowd?
No, with Barry playing, watching.
Yeah, there was quite a few just at Ibrox.
What was the one he scored? Was it the Scottish Cup? He scored 2 free kicks.
I was there or not? I was there. I was in the Rangers. No, I was up the back.
Barry scored the header, wasn't it?
Aye. Oh, what a great free
kick. So you were at that, you watched Barry behind the goal, you scored it?
I was a wee up the back of the Rangers end. Aye, so I was...
Who would you go to the games with? Just yourself?
No, just a couple of guys. I know, so...
Were you nervous watching him?
But horrible.
Aye.
Horrible, by the way. That's it. We all speak about it. The difference is, when you're out there, you're in control. You don't feel nervous. See, when it's your brother, it's your son, oh my God. I get caned all the time. Even I'm sitting in the house, they all leave me in the living room myself because I'm up and I'm shouting and ball. I don't sit down. I pace up and down. It's a nightmare. So it is. And it was horrible to watch because I'd be at games when Barry was outstanding, no giving the ball away, and guys would just, for the sake of it, and and sitting with my dad as well. And my dad actually stopped going to the games because of it. I didn't realise how nervous my dad was in the games, because my dad, he's a bit of a chatterbox, not, but he just would go silent as soon as the game started. And now I know why, because he didn't enjoy them.
That's me. I've never heard you talking about that. Going to watch Barry.
So
did you pop a lot of the slaughtered them?
There was one incident in the main stand. Aye. No, I was just a guy just sitting a couple of rows in front of us, just shouting absolute nonsense. So
you usually take the first couple, don't you? And then if
you keep going, keep
get
knocked off.
You skip capper.
Aye, but wasn't it? Again, you shouldn't go there. But it's just when he's having a good game. You call if he's not having a good game, you've got every right to. A game
it's Charlie Adam was slaughtering him, he was sitting in the stand slaughtering.
Charlie's put on a wee bit of beef on
that. Right, big one Saturday. I wanted to ask you this first question first, regardless of the result, is the league over? Or if Rangers win, is it back on?
No, honestly, I still think Celtic won the title. I've said that about a month ago. What would be good for Rangers if they can put a dent in Celtic, obviously with the semi-final coming up as well. But as far as the league's gone, I don't see. Do you see Celtic dropping points to anybody else? No. So there you go. And we've got one more old firm game. So it'll be very difficult for Rangers. We know they've not got any support there. Getting into the Lions Den. There's one or two players they've got a point to prove in terms of their mentality. That they've let themselves down and they've let the support done. So we'll see how they go, but interesting. We'll probably maybe talk about it. The team selection as well.
I don't know what about that, mate.
I know you will.
Midfield, it's going to be he's going to look to change.
Well, that is because the Celtic
Raskin will play one.
Well, you got to match their energy first and foremost.
What about you, Scotty? Regardless of the result, league finished.
I think so. I just like we say, I just can't see them dropping the point. I even think you watch Celtic now, and I know it could be. I went to the Hibs game and Hibs defended well, but it's as if it's inevitable.
It's going to come. Because even if they're no at it, mate, he brings on 5 subs and the game changes, doesn't it?
Yes. They've got that belief about them. You know, we're talking about that mentality. They don't believe they're going to get beat. You know, I think that's where I'll go back to. I think that's where Goffey was trying to talk about.
Goffey, didn't you?
Aye, big on Goffey.
Try to get him a couple of jobs, I think.
He was my captain, so he was. But
you said he was honking as well.
No, I never. I respect the big fella by the way. But he's talking about that time, and I was there for a short period. You don't feel as if you're going to get beat. You know, it's a weird feeling that you know you're going to win the league. You're going to win. I don't know. It's just something that within a dressing room. Celtic have got that at the minute. So that's a challenge.
Goff like?
Oh,
ripped into it.
Aye, unbelievable. Ridiculous, by the way.
Was it?
Aye, ridiculous. His body fat was he was doing about 7-8%, which if people go like that's ridiculous. So I used to think he should put on a wee bit more. Can I meet, being a centre back and that. But one of the best headers of the ball, in an attacking sense as well. You talk about how good he was defensively. Some of the goals he scored, by the way, for set pieces was phenomenal. But some athlete.
Why don't we just make the full podcast about it?
Goffey, let's talk about that.
What was your thoughts on Goffey?
It's just because it's fanatical.
My thoughts on Goffey? I like thoughts on Goffey.
Right, let's talk about team selection. Right. Let's go with we'll go Scotty first. How do you expect Celtic to line up Hatate and Moy missed the Ross County game, am I right? Expect him to come back in?
I think Moy will be back, won't he? I think you do see when you take them out of the team, they're maybe not as fluent as they have been, but like you say, I think in the forward areas, the guys that they can bring in, they've all affected games. I think Moy plays. Hatate, is he meant to be back in?
I think he will be back.
He'll be a fly. He makes a massive difference. I think he's a top player.
He's probably been the player of the year this
I'd
season.
agree.
He's got a bit of everything. And like we said before, Rangers have got to match that energy that they bring. That was the key. Definitely. In terms of the semi-final that we watched.
What about in terms of attacking players? He plays Mida quite a lot on the left against Tavernier. Will he bring Abad has played and also Jota? Who do you think will start?
I think Jota and Maeda.
Yeah.
Either side to Kyogo.
Aye, and Kyogo. Aye. I think aye. Because it's when you look at that the last game they played, anytime the ball went into the box, the three of them all in the box, movement, was it the second goal? Was it the second goal?
Yeah,
was it?
Seen that last game when people were saying that Jota and Maeda were quite quiet. They might have been quiet in terms of how much they were on the ball, but they stopped Tavernier and that getting forward.
Because they
took that because how many times did the ball and Rangers were looking for the outball, didn't have it that game, and that was because they've got they type of that.
They understand that role that's at times that needs to be done, and they do it.
Aye.
So even thinking twice. Sorry, they. Aye.
What about Rangers? The boys are speaking about on the podcast, talking all the nonsense. So what are you thinking for Rangers team wise? Do you get Cantwell and
might bring
Tillman?
Big Goffey back. Big Goffey might come back at centre back. Man, you never know. He's
Cantwell, Raskin and Jack. I would go.
Do you know something? Tillman after his 2 goals. Would you know Scotty? Why? Because he doesn't match energy.
Exactly. I've seen him a few times this year.
See the only thing.
Bring them on maybe depending how the game. You can maybe turn the screw, but I would go Jack, Cantwell and Raskin just to get a foothold in the game.
And then Kent, Sakala, Morelos or Colak.
I'm not going with any of the two of them. And there's a lot been said this week. I think Goffey's been a big influence on me, that boy, by the way, so he has. No, because they're talking about, don't think Morelos is obviously quite at it, Colak as well. Tillman, I mean, he's a good player, boy. I think he can. But it could be that, the false nine. That you've heard a couple of pundits have spoke about it already this week. I was even thinking about it a couple of weeks ago because Colak came in initially, he done really well, then he's kind of tailed off a wee bit. Morelos against Celtic last time was good for 20 minutes, then he blew a gasket.
If you play Tillman as a false nine against Celtic, they'll get so much with ease to play out.
Well, that depends, and that's down to Michael Beale when if they are allowed to get possession of the ball, when that press is going to happen. But certainly Kent, Sakala. See, Raskin.
You can do Kent, Sakala coming in and Tillman just drops off when they're pressing. But in the
I'm not playing Raskin. I wouldn't.
I just think man for man.
Do you want to know why? It's because it happened the last game. You know,
you're not playing Raskin?
No, but it's fitness wise. I need guys for me that are 100% that are on it to match Celtic.
Are you talking about in terms of Lundstrom and that coming in injured last game?
Aye, Lundstrom and Tillman were way off it, by the way, because they were out for, it was a week or two. So you go up against a Celtic side, you need to be at it right for the off, physically. Now, if that means some of the players give you 45 minutes, an hour, then you can maybe bring Raskin on, but I wouldn't take a chance. So I would go with Lundstrom in the middle.
And Jack?
I'd go Jack. I definitely would.
Jack
Parkhead. Certainly. We can't well in there. And then you've got Kent, Sakala. I think you need legs. Kent, Sakala, Tillman. He's clever. Can he hold it up? He's not bad in there as well. We're not going with a recognised centre forward. People might think you're off your nut, but it might be the way to go. You need to throw in a wee curveball.
I know you'd go with that. You'd maybe go with that, but do you think Bale will?
We don't know. This is the $1 million question. I don't know.
Would you get stick for some fans for not playing a centre forward?
Aye, I think.
So do I.
Aye, you think so?
I think so. Do you think Tillman up there? It's not easy to hold the ball.
No, I know.
And when we expect Celtic to have more of the ball, if that goes up the first couple and it doesn't stick, it doesn't stick.
If you're going to play with one, it's going to be Morelos.
Yeah, you think so?
Just to get you up, you need someone to get you up the park.
But how long's he going to last? You know, that's the issue for me, and that's the annoying thing, because what we know with Morelos, fit, hungry, at it, is a real handful, and he's not been that this season.
He's been hungry.
Right enough. That's, by the way, what a good shout that is, isn't it? Aye.
Sorry, I actually didn't think this. No, it says it, but it's too easy then, that.
Aye, no. You're bang on the money, by the way.
Up, mate, thanks. Got a team. Slaney's gone. You're taking over to Slaney. Not having fans will be a factor in the game.
What do you think, Scott?
It does. It has a factor, but depends what the score is, doesn't it? It genuinely does.
But see, when you're on the pitch, you didn't think, fans.
You didn't watch the game last night. We watched the Barcelona Real Madrid.
You and Goffey watched it, didn't you?
Aye, me and Goffey and Scott. We came in later on. But it was weird because when they scored, when they were scoring, the silence. It was deafening.
So it was no Madrid fans?
No, if they weren't, was about.
I don't travel well around Madrid.
Which takes away from it. It was murder. It's a murder listen, a murder watch, and it'll be the same on Saturday.
But it obviously never affected the Real Madrid players. So that's what I'm talking about. Players.
As a player, it purely depends on the score, doesn't it?
Aye.
But you're not a player thinking, I wish they.
No, you never.
You're just concentrating on the game, aren't you?
Aye. Sometimes you like the kind of like you feel everybody's against you. Don't you?
Aye. But they're top quality players, aren't they, man? They're in the zone, they're so focused and that. But it just is a spectacle and just what you expect. It just takes it away from me a wee bit.
Because people watch it for the atmosphere, don't they?
There's no question it's took away from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you get back to when I played in the games and I ran out at Ibrox and then away to the left, the Celtic fans had the full broom on, you know. It added to it. It
definitely.
Did. It did.
I think in terms of when you talk about both stadiums, though, Celtic have more of a voice at Ibrox with that full stand. Rangers at Celtic Park, they're kind of stashed in the corner. It's not the same.
They should be. So maybe that's the tit for tat and all that. But you need to iron it out. Come on, guys. It's nonsense.
Can we play it whoever's just to tell them?
Just get round the table like this, innit? Bang some heads.
Who needs to get round the table? Goffey.
I think Goffey would
Tom Boyd, Goffey.
Aye, Tom.
Seen Tom Boyd in the garage the other day.
You stayed there? He's done it at the Legends game. You not get invited to the Legends game now?
No, I did, mate, no.
Did you not get an invite?
No.
Too good for your Legends game.
What do you mean too good? Come on, mate. Right, predictions.
You did a lot of 40s though, didn't you?
Took the piss, didn't I? Me and Ramon Vega, mate, played about 6 games with Tina. Me and him were at the pitch, off last, pictures and everything, man.
Is it? Aye. Quite right.
Predictions.
I think, and it's because of what's been on this week,
What? So you're basing your predictions on Real Madrid beating Barcelona?
Everything that's kind of sometimes it's Easter weekend. By the way, what a weekend! I know.
What's he doing under that table?
No, I think we can get a draw. We need something. Celtic weren't great last week, you know, but they have got players to come back, which can make the difference. I get that, and then again it'll be intriguing to see what lineup he's going to go with. The manager. So I think we can get a draw. But it'll be like a 2 each or something.
Right, so it'll be a score and there'll be a lot of goals.
There'll be goals.
Scotty, what you saying, mate?
I can't really see past a Celtic win. I think, same as Derek says, I think Rangers got to look for a draw at best. But you just never know how the game will pan out. But I think, and based on how we've seen both sides this season, I think you would expect a Celtic win, but it might not turn out that way.
Celtic quite rightly so are favourites, you know, and they're up there, and people think, they'll with the crowd and everything, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that.
Never expected you had a green jacket on the day.
It's not green, mate, that's grey.
It's grey.
Sure.
It is.
Maybe tint of green in that, mate.
Fucking got one.
Oh, you've got another one of Durante's shirts on, look.
The negligee.
Right, another massive game at the weekend. By the way, is it not crazy if you, again, I kind of scroll through Twitter now, but not as often as I used to because for certain reasons. But Robbie Nielsen seems to be under a bit of pressure for Hearts fans. Can you believe that? Third in the league. I know they're on a wee bad run, but
first of all, what's he done to his Barnett?
He needs to get that back, didn't he?
What did he?
He had that, and now he's got that. It's before and after.
Why would you do that? Get Robbie, man.
Get the Barnett back.
You need that back. Or else is he off to, I don't know, is he away to Turkey? But who knows?
Was it Turkey?
That's where Andy Saved by the Bell Screech.
I've
seen
Andy's.
I think Robbie is going on in the summer. But is it no mad that he's under pressure now?
Aye.
Well, what happened at Tynecastle was ridiculous. First and foremost, the band pots that have went and
we caught Andy with a spray can to the other.
But come on, why?
Andy's mad a spray can. I don't know what he's saying, but that's what I'm going to say.
He was sniffing it. Never mind that. You ever sniffed anything like that going around?
Just the petrol.
Petrol. Can't be a bit of petrol by anyway. Aye, so I know that was ridiculous, but we went on. But they've been off it the last, you've got to say, but the last 5-6 games. But there's a large section of that fan base that don't like him for whatever.
It's been like that for a long time.
Why? I don't get that.
I don't know. I think he's one of the best managers I've had in the last 20 years.
Played with them, he's managed them. What is that? Second time.
Yeah.
You know.
Got him into Europe.
You look at him, it looks as if a guy that gives absolutely everything, 100% to the job. Look, a Hearts fan. So why they've kind of turned on him? I don't get it. In the Championship, I watched them when they were in the Championship. The football wasn't great, but it's not about playing great football in the Championship. It's getting out of it and getting into the Premier. And earlier on in the season, they were brilliant.
Playing great stuff,
Playing great, aye. Absolutely.
Is it a Derek McInnes situation there where they just get bored of somebody?
That's maybe. Aye. That's what it exactly could be.
He signed well as well.
So do I, mate. His recruitment's been excellent.
Aye. I feel like looking at it compared to Hibs, I think.
Probably the injuries he's had to put up as well.
But they've had more games this year.
Mm-hmm.
They were in obviously the group stages, weren't they? The European run they were in. And it's just because they were sitting so comfy, I think, because they had a bit of a cushion there, didn't they, in terms of the points. And they've lost a few games, he's under a bit of pressure, but I think I quite fancy Hearts to beat St Mirren. Do you know? No?
I watched St Mirren last week. They were on fire the first half.
I love you.
Aye, the way they started the game. 3
scored to throw, wasn't
it? Aye, by the way, we'll bring it up. I hate talking about it, that VAR crap, you know. They win the penalty, and it is a penalty in the first 30 seconds. The penalty, when does that get took? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. It was absolutely ridiculous.
It's nonsense, mate.
It is. And because he started really fast and it just stopped the flow of the game. But not, what I know they've done, St Mirren were really good last week. Physically. They got up against Livy, so they didn't. But they played some good football.
Got a good balance between that and the playing.
Was it the boy Strain and the boy... the other fullback.
Good player, that boy Strain.
Strain is good, mate.
Aye, very
I like him,
delivery into the boat.
O'Hara does well, doesn't he?
Aye, another fella. that's come up for England.
Gus McPherson.
Gus McPherson. Gus, I played with Gus.
Good
good.
player.
Do you know Gus?
I know him.
Good lad, by the way.
See on Hearts though, I know you're going to talk about that, but see on Hearts, like just imagine you took out Celtic Joe Hart, Carter Vickers and Hatate.
It's a great point.
That's who he's missing, Gordon, Halkett and Birmingham.
But you know what fans are like? Once they make their mind up, once they've got a bee in their bonnet, they don't let it go. I don't get it myself. Everybody can have a scratch in my head, but for some reason...
If you look around the league, clubs that have maybe sacked a manager maybe a bit too early, it's not exactly worked out well after it. There's a bit of continuity there with them. Hearts, you know what you're going to get signing wise. They've signed well.
Yeah, it's got good backroom staff and all. Big Lee there as well. You know, there was a game inside out and that. And it's a strange one, but it's because they're breathing down their necks.
I can tell you're leaning towards St Mirren.
Am I? Aye. And that's just basically because I saw them dismantle a good Livingston side. You know, and that was a big game last week because the two of them were trying to get into top 6. So you knew that the two of them were going to be at it. I like Stevie Robinson's side.
He's done great.
I watched them against Kilmarnock earlier in the season. They've been down to 10 men after about 7 minutes, and they controlled that game, and their fitness and how organised they were. But how even with 10 men, they still attacked.
That's what he's good at, isn't he? He's very good at, even when he does sit in games, there's always
tells you what's on
there's a plan, yeah, exactly.
And if you speak to some of the other guys, Scott as well, that know that their training regime and all that, he works on that. So that's no that's no something like
just happens by chance.
We'll play that way. That's something that's worked on continuously, and you know, they've reaped the benefit.
You know yourself, sometimes you go to like the other team is at 10 men, you're going, they're still looking if they can get us in the counter attacks.
But
he's good at that though, Scott. He's done it against Celtic as well, hasn't he?
That was something that
still 2 up when they are sitting in and hit them on the counter attack.
See, when Brendan Rodgers came to Celtic, and the first 2 weeks he was in, that was one of the in the afternoon sessions of pre-season, he'd done a lot of as if you were down to 10 men, and the team with 10 men always ends up controlling the game. It was
because mate, that was when Edward scored at Ibrox, wasn't it? And he said he'd worked on it that week, going down to 10 men.
But he'd worked on that in pre-season when he first came in.
I saw them doing it against
That's incredible.
I think it was Brendan Rodgers' side, 4-3-2, and they were brilliant at it. And the two up top came into a wider area.
That's right.
They were excellent. So they were. So again, it's like fans just sometimes think, that's
worked.
No, that's worked on. But you just wonder about the Hearts, the players, their mentality, how they're feeling. I mean, you're a kind of downward kind of spiral. You know, that confidence just seeping away. You know, that's how I kind of fancy St Mirren a wee bit.
I think the fans might get behind them this week.
Didn't they? Didn't they?
And I just think they've got enough quality to maybe just see that third spot off. I do.
They need Goffey in the game, chat, didn't they?
No long ago, you're looking at Aberdeen and it's completely turned in its head again. You know what I mean? Aberdeen with a point off them.
So you're going St Mirren, you're going Hearts. What we want? We need to say before we move on what a job Barry Robson's done, Scotty. Was he a first team player at Dundee United? How was he with the younger boys?
He was good with me. Scary guy though.
He's scary, mate.
But what a player! What a player! I remember playing against him.
Boy scared somebody with a pew.
Full cue.
And then tell me, man.
Heard you about knocking heads there.
Was he was some trainer on that, mate.
Was he there? We used Celtic when he came. But one of the first times, I think I was 15, that up between me. The first team at North End, remember that pitch?
Dundee North End,
because that's where we used to train a lot, and wow, because sometimes you don't know it. I came from Glasgow, so the players you were looking at were guys, Rangers, Celtic, they type of players, but I think it wasn't until I actually played against him, he was at Middlesbrough, I was at Pompey, and any time I tried to get the ball, I just get whacked with his elbows, bang, bang, and I couldn't get the ball off him. He was some player. But
you could tell even as a player that he would probably go on to management. I always thought with Robbo, mate.
Aye. Sometimes guys take you by surprise though and kind of grow into that type of job, you know what I mean? But aye, what a job he's done. The boy just get player of the month as well. Duke, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good.
So what do you think he's changed in Aberdeen? For Jim Goodwin's team?
I think that maybe, I don't know, I mean this is the way it sound too rough.
They're definitely uglier. Not talking about the football, I'm talking about the coaching stuff.
Aye, well,
Foxy's
the boy Agnew that's come in, he knows the game inside out. You know what I mean? Says I played with him at Sunderland, so I did. But you look who he's worked under. So that was a good appointment. Don't know if it was Barry's appointment, right enough.
No, I think it was. I think you had him at Middlesbrough, Derek.
Was it? Is that where that comes from?
Right.
Was it?
So don't listen to me. I'm talking
but it's easy mistake to make.
So that's where that came from. Right, I was wondering where the connection was. Aye. So as I say, he's worked under some of the best. So that was a good appointment. They're just enjoying themselves a bit more. I don't know. I mean,
sometimes managers take a bit of pressure off the players.
Maybe that.
Maybe perform.
Aye. But he obviously fancies becoming a manager. Anytime you've heard him, or I've heard him on the radio or on TV, speaks really well. But it's funny, I love seeing likes of Barry because I remember him when he was at Rangers as a 16-year-old, because he was at the house with Barry, because they were good pals and that. And then he got that, but he was just a big daft boy, as most as are at that time, you know, up north and all that. But just a really nice. That's what sometimes it can be just something as simple as that the players like him. He's got that likeability factor that you just like. There's something about him that you like him. That's what I can remember as a boy when he was kind of in about the house and all that, and I used to go and watch them because sometimes you go at some other boys, you go, he's a fucking nightmare, but no Barry. Barry was just a lovely boy. That's it. It can be something simple.
Definitely, I agree. Right, bottom of the table, St John's v Ross County in the Scott Derby, Dundee United v Hibs. Who you got to win, Scotty, Dundee United?
Hibs.
Damn it, huh?
Aye.
Soft spot for him, ain't you?
Aye, when I was 18, 19, I was leaving Dundee United. I was getting booed. They were booing me when I was coming on.
Did you see more likely getting the one out of there too? So St John's and Ross County and also Dundee United Hibs. Big weekend, this, isn't it?
It is. It's a brilliant weekend. No,
Ross County looked okay. Quite resolute, didn't they, the other day?
I think Ross County will be fine, mate. And I think Kelly will be. I can only see Dundee United being done there at the end of the season. I'm being completely honest. I hate to say it with my big mate being there, but I think Ross County, like you say, mate, they've got a lot of fight left in them. Kelly will be the same under Dale.
Good, decent manager, good manager as well. They've added a wee bit up top, which they needed to. The boy Murray as well coming in.
It's a big game for Hibs as well.
I fancy Hibs, but do you know, I just for some reason I fancy. Last week I just think they've got a
bad one last week, wasn't it? Home to Motherwell 3-1.
Aye, I didn't see that one coming. No. What did Faddy take?
I'm not sure who Faddy took, but me and you took Kelly to beat Hearts. They two clowns fancied Hearts.
Aye. But no, it was a great result for Motherwell. I didn't see that coming. I mean, Stuart's done
something
phenomenal by the way. So it is. And I did watch the podcast. Good listen, Stuart Kettle.
So you eventually went and watched it?
But I did. But that was because you'd asked me. So, and I did, and it was a good listen.
What did you think Dale McInnes taking his team away from their usual training base to a different training ground because they're playing away from home? I seen that on the news. Right. I quite like it.
Where they take them Largs?
I think he took them over Ajax, didn't he? Took them over Ajax. Took them over Real Madrid. No, I'm not sure where he took them, but he wanted to change the usual.
Ten Hag.
Derek Ten Hag, very good, mate. I think he wanted to take them at their usual routine when they're playing away from home.
Well, you know, you try everything. You try different things, don't you, to try and get a wee bit extra.
They're getting expensive,
Have you ever been in that where you're at a club and your home form's so good and you just can't seem to get a result away from home?
I can't recall, to be honest.
I've been where the away form's been good and at home.
Really? Where was that, Scotty?
At Hibs I think it was Jack at one point when we were going through a wee, not a great patch, and then even at Arbroath fell in the season, we were picking up results with Dundee away 4-2, and then at home we were struggling, but we've managed to kind of turn that around a bit. So that can happen.
Yeah.
Why should that be when it's just the same, roughly same size park?
It doesn't make a difference if you're playing on Astro and training on Astro and then you maybe go to a grass pitch.
Oh, aye. Definitely.
You know yourself when you train grass and you go into Astro, it's like a different game sometimes.
On Astro, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, most of the time, even if there's a bit of kind of moisture on the park, you go to play your feet all the time, haven't you? You know,
because it runs away.
Instead you can see a ball you want to maybe play into an area so that the player can run onto and he can maybe get up.
You had to be backspin, don't you?
I've not got that in my locker, mate.
He's got that in his locker. But you do need to adjust your game, don't you? Slightly. But it is strange, isn't it, that happens?
If you're Ross County and Dundee United, because of Kelly's away from, do you think this is a great opportunity to get back in touch with him? Because you wouldn't expect Kelly to go and get in at Aberdeen, would you?
I don't know. Aye.
You wouldn't expect Kelly to get something at Aberdeen?
Well, their away form's been that bad, Scotty.
I know, but
it's got to turn sometime, innit? And Aberdeen, although they get the victory, they weren't great. And how does that work as well? Because there's Barry, and we've just been speaking about him. gets confirmation he's going to get the job to the end of the season, and then their performance dipped. So it did. They won the game, right? That's first and foremost, but they weren't at it. They weren't as good as what they've been. Sometimes it's again, you get back to in that dressing room, the players, the attitude, not everything. So
see, on the face of the fixtures though, you can't really pick.
No, because St Johnstone's a hard place to go now, just now as well, isn't it?
Even like
they're hard team to play against. So they're quite maybe it's the wrong word I'm going to use, quite dour and hard working, but I know you'll not thank me for saying that. But you know, sometimes you need to be like that to get a result. You know, needs must.
Needs must.
Innit? That's
especially at this time of the season.
Dundee United, they need to start winning games at home, didn't they?
Big time. They've got to do it. I'm still edging towards, I don't let's go up with Hibs, but they need a victory big time.
I feel like we've just been waiting all season saying the players will get you through, the players will get you in. That's when they hit April.
Mate, I did say a long time the goalie gives me the fear for them, mate.
What's Jim had since he went in? Mate, is that 3 draws? What is it? What's he done?
Patton,
3?
Patton, Richard, I don't know.
But it's roughly something like that, defeat and 3 draws or so.
Right.
He needs a victory big time because...
Can you see it coming this Saturday?
No, I guess I'm edging towards Hibs. I think Hibs, because the pressure's on Dundee United. It's like there's just a sense that they are struggling.
That feeling can't be nice.
It's a hard place to play at Tannadice as well, isn't it? When things are not going well.
Aye. But I just think they need to start winning. Because like you say, you look at that squad, if they end up being a team that goes down yet, nobody would have called that at the start of the season. But it's been a mad year for Dundee United, isn't it? When you actually look at it, because they have got good players.
Yeah, you just think if Fletch
doesn't, good players
scoring, if Fletch is not scoring.
That mix just doesn't seem to be working, doesn't it? No. That's why Jim was brought in there, and he's tried a few things, changed a few things as well, but they're not getting that wee kind of upsurge. That wee upsurge in form. So that's a real worry, and that's sometimes you just go, for whatever reason it is, Scotty's saying, they've got a lot of good individual players, but as a group, collectively, it's not happening, isn't it? No.
You know who played with Dundee United, don't you? Goffey.
Oh, he was an absolute legend up there, so he is. You've got Goffey in there.
You're a Dundee United fan or Dundee fan?
Flip a coin, mate. Doesn't bother us. He used to go Biff.
Did you?
See, I'm a Dundee man.
Hey, mate, how come?
I was on loan with Dundee.
Alright, I was on loan at Swindon, but I didn't have a fuck about him.
Oh, I know a lot about Dundee.
I'm kidding already.
See, I've got a wee bit of time for
Dundee. Right? Did you enjoy your time at Dins?
Aye, it was Walter.
Oh, what age are you?
I'm very old.
Mama, you got off of my man. Mardi Gras, she's not bad.
I know I'm what.
What was the nightclub you went to?
Oh God, tell me, I stayed in Broughty Ferry, but I went into Dundee.
She loved Broughty Ferry, mate.
Right.
That was where she done some of her best work.
Broughty Ferry, aye. It's a lovely place, that, isn't it? I like it.
She goes quiet when I mention you.
Right.
Could be someone there, mate. Right, Coombe time.
Okay, son.
No, you've seen me play football, I can't be your boy, mate. There's no way I can be your boy. Right, what do you want to do? You want 4 games here? We'll leave Celtic and Rangers out because it's a 12:30 kick-off. Or you want Celtic Rangers in it? Right, put Celtic Rangers in it. Right, we'll give you 4 teams. Scott, you can go first since you're the newbie. Celtic v Rangers.
Celtic.
Okay, I'm going to try and give you the hardest ones possible. I've got to be Hearts v St Mirren.
Draw.
Oh.
Draw. I'll go draw. I've had a wee thing. I'll go a draw.
Another one that I think will be a tight game. Dundee United v Hibs.
Hibs.
Nice.
Wow. And finally, I'm going to give you Aberdeen versus Kilmarnock.
Another.
Draw.
Draw? Be a great result for Kilmarnock.
It would, aye.
Alright, Derek, Celtic v Rangers. Remember, people are betting their hard-earned money on this.
I know that.
If your life was on it.
Somebody's scraping together a £5 out their copper drawer to put this bet on.
So, I'll go with my head. Draw.
St Johnstone v Ross County.
I
don't know cause you on it.
Go Ross County.
Aye, mate.
They're going to pull one, at the bag, aye. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to give you Motherwell and Livingston.
He's going to keep it going, I think. What a good fuel factor, and Livy were off it. See again, with just a wee quick one, he's already helped my cup with the boys, Devlin, maybe find new clubs. Don't know if that helps. Don't know if it's the right thing to do. Going to go with the well. Going to go with the Steelman.
It's another. Last year was the same. Just towards the end, Livy just dropped out the top six.
You just won.
Is that because of the size of your squad?
That was against Motherwell. That was the last kick of the ball.
They train hard.
That was hard on them last year. That was the last kick of the ball.
That's right.
Remember? But no, Stuart Kettlewell's got them playing really well. And good. Motherwell, Steelman.
And lastly, I'm going to give you Aberdeen v Kelly.
Oh, I'll go Aberdeen. There you go.
Yeah.
I was fancying Kilmarnock to get something, but you're right. Their away form's woeful. Derek's changing it up, but Barry's side never played that well away from him. But they're good at home, Aberdeen. And we're talking about, Scott was saying about Duke and that earlier, and Miofsky as well up top. They've got a wee bit about them. Aberdeen.
All right, boys, pleasure. Thanks very much.
Good year, boy.